Hey guys, it's your girl here, the one that started it all, and I have another movie review for you guys. And it's been a while since I've seen a romantic comedy. The last romantic comedy, the last romance movie I watched was, I believe, Serendipity, that starred John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale. And that was years ago. The thing of it is, I'm not a big fan of romance movies. I have watched some romance movies, and I have very, very few romance movies that I like that are my favorites. But, watching romance movies in general, I don't watch them all the time. So this was something new. And this movie was suggested by Satyaki Patil. And they had suggested a movie beforehand, Yuri the Surgical Strike. And they had requested that I watch, and I know I'm gonna push this one. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Please don't take offense. Please don't think I'm being disrespectful. I don't mean to. Yeah, Jawaani, hi, Deewani. Basically, roughly translated, it means this youth is crazy. So, yeah, Jawaani. Oh, yeah, Jawaani, hi, Deewani. Sorry. I'm really sorry if I butchered it. I'm sorry. Like I said, the movie is roughly translated to This Youth is Crazy. And it is about a woman by the name of Naina. Naina, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I even wrote it down. Naina. And she is a very bright and very high marking top medical student. But she kind of feels like she's a bit of an outcast because she's so smart, and she feels like she doesn't really connect with people. One day, an old classmate of hers, Aditi, comes up to her, and they start talking and everything, and Aditi says, well, I'm going to go to the Himalayas and stuff like that. Realizing that, Nani realizes that she wants more than high marks. She wants more, she wants more in life. Makes an impulse decision and decides to go with Aditi to the Himalayas, where they are acquainted with other classmates of theirs, such as Bunny and Avi. Now, Bunny is someone who dreams to travel and doesn't have, marriage in his plans. He doesn't want to get married. And then Avi is a bit of a playboy who loves beer. So as the trip goes on, Aditi starts to grow jealous of another acquaintance of theirs who was on the trip because they're flirting a lot with Avi, and it turns out that she has a crush on Avi. Now, both Bunny and Nani see this, and they like, oh, she has a crush on him, but they decide to keep quiet. So the more they hang out, more than Bunny and Nani spend time together, the more that the more that she starts to fall in love with him. And near the end of the trip, she's about to tell him how she feels about him, but Avi goes in and says, Bunny got, accepted in the program in Chicago, and he's going to do that for journalism, to learn about journalism and so forth. And seeing that, okay, he doesn't want to get married, all right, she is happy for him and goes, oh, cool, great. Time has passed. And she is now a doctor. She works at a clinic that is closer to her family. And Bunny is, he is a videographer for a travel show for Fox India. So he's a videographer for India Fox, and he's for a travel show, and he's traveling world. He's doing what he wants to do. And they then go to Aditi's wedding or engagement party. They go, Aditi is going to get married to a man, and they go to the wedding, and everyone is happy that they see Bunny except for Avi. It turns out Bunny and him have not spoken together for a while, and Avi's not very happy with him. for 8 years they haven't spoken and they never kept in touch, so Avi's a bit sour about that. Turns out that Bunny's father had passed away and he couldn't make it to the funeral. They start to hang out a bit more, but Nani realizes, yeah, I can't hang out with him and fall in love with him, and he doesn't want to settle down. I want to settle down. He doesn't, and basically tells him, hey, I can't hang out with you. I'm not going to fall in love with you again. I'm not doing it again. It's best that we don't hang out anymore. Now, the thing of it is, Bunny starts to have feelings for her too, starts to get attracted to her. And, as this is happening, he then sees the man that is about to be Aditi's husband are fighting. At first, he thinks that's because he found out that Aditi had a crush, the soon-to-be husband found out that Aditi had a crush on Avi. Sorry, I had a brain fart. And he goes in and tries to break it up. Turns out Aditi goes, no, this has nothing to do with that. He is not jealous of Avi. He's not any of that. I want to slap Avi because the bastard spent a whole bunch of money on booze and poker. And her man basically says, and I'm here to stop her so she doesn't slap the shit out of him. I'm there to stop her so she doesn't slap him, And she goes, well, I'm very happy with this man. Yes, I had a crush on Avi because Bunny brought it up, but you have a crush on Avi, blah, blah. And she goes, yes, I had it, but, I'm very happy with this man that I have now. Avi is in the past. He's whatever, I don't have time for that. And with that, Bunny sort of has an epiphany where he goes to Naina to try to see if they can work this out. But he finds out that she's with another man and arguing ensues. And yes, they both tell each other that they love each other and they kiss. But the thing of it is, neither of them are willing to give up their careers, their dream careers. And she says it's best that we forget about each other. You don't want to settle down. I want to settle down. You do your thing, I'll do mine. It's best that we just don't talk to each other. We just forget about each other. On the night of the wedding, yes, okay, that was a party. That was an engagement party. That was the wedding. Sorry. Everything's all jumbled up. The night of the wedding, Bunny is about to leave. But then he realizes what he'll be leaving behind. So, on New Year's Eve, he goes to find Naira and tell her, I don't want to go. I'm not going to do it. I want to be with you. I'm willing, I'm not going to take that dream job, that I want. Because he got an offer to finally get his dream job. He goes, no, I'm not going to take it. I turned it down. I want to be with you. Thinking that he's going to regret it. She goes, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to regret it, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I want to marry you. And I still want to travel. But I want to travel with you. I want us to travel together. That's what I want to do. And she accepts his proposal. And they talk to Avi and Aditi through video chat to tell them, hey, we're getting married. I'm going to give this movie a 7. I'm not a big fan of romance movies. And this movie, I don't know, I guess I've seen so many romance movies that it's to a point where it's cliche. Boy meets girl, girl meets guy. They fall in love, but it's either the guy who doesn't want to settle down or possibly the girl who doesn't want to settle down. It's like the same story. It's the same concept over and over again, no matter what movie it is, whether it be French or American or where the movie may come from. It's always the same concept. But I will give this movie a 7. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of romance movies. But this movie was cute. Very sweet. and I will give it a 7. So, Satyaki, thank you so much for this movie. This was different. Well, it wasn't different, but this was something to watch. And I'll give it a 7 because I did, I liked the movie, even though I'm not a big fan of romance movies, I did like the movie. So thank you so much for this, excuse me, for this request. I did like it. I'll give it a 7. That's my opinion. I'll give it a 7. And if you guys like this movie review, great. If you guys want to watch that movie, go right ahead. I'm sorry for butchering the name. So you guys have a good day and be safe out there.